Margaret Wilson was 65 years old when she placed a for sale sign on the lawn of her small home in Willow Creek Estates, a quiet HOA community outside Austin, Texas. Her house wasn't the worst on the block, but it wasn't the best either. The paint had faded under the harsh Texas sun. A few shingles were loose. The wooden fence leaned slightly to one side. In a neighborhood obsessed with perfection, that was enough. The Homeowners Association had sent her multiple violation notices: paint deterioration, fence misalignment, lawn inconsistencies. Each letter came with a warning and a fine. Margaret tried her best, but her retirement income barely covered groceries and medication. Since her husband Raymond passed away, everything had become harder. When the final HOA notice arrived threatening legal action, Margaret made the painful decision to sell. That house was her whole life. It was where she and Raymond raised their son, where Raymond planted the orange tree in the backyard after they paid off their mortgage, where she still sat every evening in her old rocking chair, remembering better days. The morning after putting up the sign, neighbors stood outside whispering. "Who would buy that place?" one scoffed. "It's dragging down property values," another said. Margaret pretended not to hear. Then a sleek black car pulled into the subdivision. It looked out of place among the identical SUVs. A tall man in a sharp suit stepped out and walked toward Margaret's gate. "Are you Mrs. Wilson?" he asked gently. "Yes," she replied nervously. "If you're here about the house, I should tell you it needs work, and the HOA is very strict." The man gave a small smile. "Did Raymond Wilson live here?" Margaret's heart skipped. "He was my husband." The man's eyes filled with emotion. "When I was 9 years old, I was homeless. Your husband found me hungry near a gas station. Instead of ignoring me, he brought me here. He fed me at your kitchen table. He taught me how to read. He paid for my school supplies." Margaret covered her mouth in shock. "He told me everyone deserves a second chance," the man continued. "Because of him, I finished school. Today I own several companies across Texas. My name is Carlos Mendoza." By now, several neighbors and even an HOA board member had gathered nearby, pretending not to stare. "I came to buy this house," Carlos said softly, "but not to take it from you. I'm buying it so you can stay here for the rest of your life. I'll repair everything and cover all HOA fees." The HOA board member tried to speak, but Carlos calmly added, "I also happen to be a major investor in this development." Within a week, workers restored the house. Fresh paint, new roof, straight fence. Yet the orange tree, the rocking chair, and the family photos remained untouched. Margaret sat on her porch once again, this time with peace in her heart. The same neighbors who once mocked her now waved politely. In Willow Creek Estates, people finally understood something important. Never look down on anyone, because the kindness you give today may return when you least expect it.